somebody asked him if everything going on in Chicago is stunting his development.
Oh.
If it's messing with his development as a quarterback. You know, the whole business of here's your new offensive coordinator, here's your new team, here's your new coach, and the guy who's now the offensive coordinator is gone. Same thing as a coach, and the guy who took over for the offensive coordinator now is taking over for the coach. I might mess with somebody's development. Hit it.
I wouldn't say that it would affect my development. I think this is a stepping stone of development. To be able to have all of this in my first year, I wouldn't say that I'm happy for it, but having these moments is definitely something that will help me in the future. Having these situational moments that you can't. It's hard to rep in practice. Having some of these moments, having your coach fired or coaches fired, and people being promoted, and things like that, all happening within a couple of weeks of each other. I think it would have helped me in the long run, being able to handle all of this, this first year, and being able to grow from it. I think it is a stepping stone, actually with my development.
As they say on Family Feud.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer. That is a good answer. Because he's not wrong that this is a crash course on life in the National Football League. That some players are born into bad situations. And that's the whole nature versus nurture. Can somebody survive and become a franchise quarterback when the head coach might not be the right coach and the offensive coordinator might not be the offensive coordinator that is going to lead you to be the most successful? Or in this situation, it's both together getting bounced in the middle of the season. That's not the way the Bears were drawing it up when they were knowing Caleb Williams was coming. And I mean, they put the cart before the horse in a way that I have not seen in quite some time. They did a very smart thing, which is using the top 30 visit with the kid to essentially get him in the playbook before they drafted him. Sending the entire organization, including his future teammate in Keenan Allen, to his pro day. I mean, they got ahead of the game and then wound up not having the right group. And so, yes, he can overcome that and actually utilize this to his advantage. He's getting a front row seat to a lot of what the NFL, unfortunately, can be about for a young player. The problem is if it happens again, right? You don't want, this is year 2 for him, and he's already on his 3rd offensive coordinator. Well, that's coming when they get a new person in. Unless they do love Thomas Brown so much they keep him. And then he's the play caller and the HC. I don't know if the Bears fans would be terribly happy with that. Even if Caleb starts winning games under Thomas Brown towards the end of the season. I think they want a big name, or at least somebody that they know has run an offense to remarkable success, which is why I keep mentioning Ben Johnson's name as the guy they should target. I don't know if you heard what Kyle Brandt said on Good Morning Football, which is on the Roku Sports Channel every day before this show comes on the air at noon Eastern. He said, as a Bears fan, expect a name you've never heard of that you're going to have to buy into. I don't know if that's him just trying to let his smile be his umbrella or whatever. I don't know. But Matt Eberflus kind of is
he's numb. He said he's numb to all of it now.
Well, welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah. I don't think Matt Eberflus was a name that people were really familiar with.
Well, that's why I think he's saying that.
Yeah.
Lovie Smith at the time was one of the hot coordinators, if you remember, he was.
Mm-hmm.
I just think, again, they need to get an offensive coach who's not going anywhere, who's the play caller and connects himself to the hip of this guy, and he's the guy. If you can get somebody who's incredibly well established, guess what? That doesn't happen very often. It happened for Mahomes. You imagine? Mahomes comes into the league. He gets to sit all year long. There's no pressure on the system because the Chiefs are going to make the playoffs. And then Andy Reid is your coach, and he sits next to you on the bench, right? Sits on top of the Gatorade jug and says, let's go over the plays. Let's take a look at the tablet, kid. You imagine if they had that for Caleb? What a different year it might be. I don't know. Just got to get it right. This just in. I know that's a real hot take, but it's the truth. Because if this happens again, then it can really stunt his growth.
Big time.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.